So, sorry about that. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about multiple, multiple problems. I have three main points, or three main things I want to talk about, or two things I want to talk about, and one thing to help support um, what I, you know what I'm trying to say, I hope. But first thing, first thing,
Welcome to Miami, 47.
I
The
have,
ocean race
it has
is
been
on its
brought to
last
my
day, and
attention
it's down to the
that
wire.
North Carolina has
Thousands
decided
of eager
to
fans have gathered for the final laps of
make
this
it so you don't need a
unexpectedly
permit
close race. Sierra Knox is
to
expertly piloting her
purchase
red
a handgun
Kronstadt car.
or
Her
an
father,
assortment of
Robert
weapons.
Knox, roams the nearby expo building
Um,
where Kronstadt is showcasing its new
and I don't know
prototype.
much about this,
The
but
Kronstadt
I'm going to
RK
talk about
Mach-E
it
has seen
based off
fierce
of what I do
competition
know,
from the Chinese Kowloon Valley
and
series
that
specialists.
is
Moses
this
Lee,
is working
CEO of Kowloon,
backwards.
has taken a dominant lead
So
and looks invincible.
I'm sure we're all
Sierra
aware
Knox
of
will need to
the
risk it
um,
all if she wants to win.
the amendments, and people are saying that this is in support of the Second Amendment. And if you don't know what the Second Amendment is, let's take a look. I don't want to quote it, I want to read it. A well regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Of course, if you don't know what infringed means, it means, what does this mean? Let's read this. Let me read this. Actively break the terms of a law, agreement, the sort. So, what that means is the right to bear arms is not a rule that will be taken from us. However, needing a permit to purchase a weapon, a background check, that's not exactly it being taken from us. That's the safety of us, the safety of everyone. Because by taking away our permit, by taking away our background check, depending on who we purchase a weapon from, it could change our experience from being one of, enjoying a walk like this, a race, whatever, and then someone just having a weapon. You see, like all these people, this one's confused. I'd be confused too if I went to a public event and saw a weapon. Oh, it's a crime? You see that in the corner? It's a crime? Crime noticed? Compromised? Whoa! I thought we didn't need permits anymore. I thought I had the right to bear arms. Concealed weapon or not. Crazy part is, people are saying, oh, well, you're not supposed to have weapons in certain locations. Okay, but if I'm willing to go to a public location and shoot people for my own reason, if I'm willing to come here, I'm not going to shoot anybody because this is for school. But if I'm willing to come out here and shoot people, then what do you think is going to stop me from taking it to a public location? You took away one of the only things preventing more mass shootings. And I understand that North Carolina was the last, one of 10 last states to make it so you need a permit, but that doesn't make anything safer. I'm not more safe because I can, do what I was already going to do, or not going to, I just already had the ability to do. If I had the ability to purchase a weapon, I had the ability. If I got a permit and a background check, that means I'm safe. I have not shown any signs of me being a really bad person who wants to hurt people. And they're making it so That if you have a history of being a bad person, if you have a history of hurting people, that doesn't matter anymore. I just pulled out a gun on these people, and they're shooting me. Why is that? It's like I'm a threat. It's almost as if I'm a bad person. It doesn't make sense. That's one of the things I want to talk about because this isn't helping society. Putting more guns in the hands of people who don't need guns after there's already been 188, I believe, mass shootings this year. We don't need any more. We already saw with the school shooting that happened the other day. And where was that? Nashville? That was in Tennessee. You know how close that is to North Carolina? It's right next to it. Nashville shooting. Just 59 minutes ago, another post was made. 21 minutes ago, 911 calls released. Of course, these two things don't support my my point, me saying that things are still being posted about it, but this is very recent, and recently after a shooting, you decide, let's make it so you have easier access to weapons. You know, even though that person, they actually got their permit, they didn't have a bad record, but it was the fact that one of the guns that they used in the shooting was not registered, which I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see how this helps us. Let me open YouTube on my phone to make sure nobody's commenting on this. Because if somebody is, I do want to answer as many questions as I can about this situation. Need to see if I'm even streaming at all. Okay, I am. Nobody's commenting. Sorry for rubbing my microphone. But, as you can see here, let's see. Actually, yeah, that's, oh, I just spoiled my next point. Actually, let's get to that, because I feel like I'm just going to keep repeating myself with this school shooting shit. My bad for swearing, but I'm fed up with it, so it's reasonable, okay? Willow Project. If you are not aware of what the Willow Project is, it is a project, actually you can just go see it here. It is a project, it's an oil drilling project by ConocoPhillips, which they plan to go to, don't remember where they wanted to go. I think they wanted to go to, was it Alaska? Okay. Create up to a third, no. That's spoilers. Okay, location doesn't matter, okay? What matters is, they are trying. This is not going to help the environment. So, they are deciding that they want to drill a crap ton of oil. 600 million, let me switch the images so you guys aren't looking at plain text. But they decided that they want to drill 600 million barrels of oil that is in the middle of nowhere, of course. They want, it's owned by the government, the federal government, and they want to drill all this oil, of course, for their own profits. It's putting pocket change into the pockets of rich people. And what they're doing is they're sacrificing not only us, but also the planet, even the economy, which I'm going to get to that later because I'm going to think about that more, and I'm probably going to end up going on a rant about that specifically. But what they're doing is, in exchange for the 6 million or 600 million barrels of oil that they're trying to get, they want, or I can't say want, because, you know, I don't know. no, I don't want no cancellation. I don't want any of that. I don't want misinformation. But they are sacrificing our planet by, what is it? It was 20, 20 something. Oh, I'm gonna get to that. I think there's an article here. It's gonna be a crap ton of pollution because, okay, yeah, here's the 600 million barrels of oil. Um, Three pads will allow the company to drill about 90% of the oil they are pursuing. I don't care about this, but this is not a if, it's actually now a win because our president, President Biden, passed a law, or not a law, he passed a project. He agreed that they could do this. He agreed that they could go out and destroy our planet. And, here's the opposition. Okay, 9.2 million metric tons. If you don't know how much that is, that's a year, by the way. That was, I think I did the math. I'm sure I did it wrong, but we're going to do it again. How much is a ton? 1 ton is 2,000 pounds, right? Alright, so we're going to do 9.2 million. I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. Calculator. Tempted to say calculator because of that one. Anyways. 9.2 million times 20,000. This is 1,000 million billion. Was this trillion now? No. Wait. Yeah. 1,000 million billion. 18.4 billion pounds of waste. Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. Oh, my bad. You guys didn't even see me do that math. Hold on. I clicked on the wrong window. Okay. Calculator again. Okay. That's 9,200,000, right? That's 9.2 million times the 2,000, which is how many pounds are in a ton, because it's this many metric tons. And how much is a metric ton? Oh wait, isn't metric ton just like... Yeah, metric ton is how many tons per meter. Wait. Oh, no. Metric is a system. Okay, I made myself sound dumb. It might sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't use this against me. But. 1,000 million billion. Boom. 18.4 billion. 18.4 billion. You know how much 18.4 billion is? Let's look at this. Anyways, I'm not gonna go over this. I'm gonna show you what 1 billion looks like. Like, you know what? Just 1 million. All I need to show you is 1 million. Million dots. You see this? There's a million dots here. Multiply this by 100 and then multiply it by 18. That's how many dots would be in a billion. That's how much a billion is. Actually, let's look at 1 billion dots. All these dots. This is even near 1 billion. That's how many tons. 2,000. Oh my goodness. Not tons. Pounds. I wouldn't have caught that if I hadn't paused myself. But that's how much it's being released into our environment a year. A year if they do this project. Planet warming carbon pollution. A year. Not even just, oh yeah, it's being released. This is specifically the planet warming carbon pollution, which is 2 million gas powered cars on the roads. If you don't know what this means, our world is gone. And it's not even ours at this point. It's the government's. It's never been ours to begin with. Nothing we've been doing as civilians has been helpful to anybody. And another thing is these 2 million cars, you know, Tesla, they were trying to get rid of all the carbon emissions. This is just setting them back 2 million. Let's see, how much is a Tesla right now? Let's go to shopping. This is used. It's nearly, let's just do 60,000, round it over. 60,000 times 2 million. Billion. Tesla's gonna be up in value 120 million or billion dollars. Let's just say it costs half as much. How much is actually? Let's keep it reliable. How much does it cost to make a Tesla car? All right, it costs 40,000 to make this vehicle. So let's look it up. How much does it cost to get this vehicle? Because we already know it's going to be more than it costs them to make it. All-wheel drive, rear drive. Oh yeah, then of course they're making money from actually no, never mind. What the fuck am I talking about? Model 3 sedan. Okay. You know, it's not too much more than what it costs to make it. That's actually reasonable. Which actually means that this is more accurate because it's only about a $2,000 difference. You know, let's look up, let me go to calculator again. 42 divided by 40. No, it's 40 divided by 42. 40 out of 42. 0.952%. You know, let's keep it simple. Let's copy the numbers. You know? Never mind. 0.952. I did that wrong. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm being overstimulated because this is like the first time I'm using my voice in a video. Okay, if I need to do this, 0.952 times. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, now this is how much money Tesla's going to need to earn, not including profits, because of course it's costing them each vehicle. So they're only gaining 2,000 or so. Let's say they're gaining 10,000 a car. Divide this by 10,000. A number it can't even show us. That's how many vehicles Tesla needs to sell to catch up, to get rid of all the cars on the roads. I don't even think people own this many cars. How many gas-powered cars in the US? 250 million. Okay. We're getting somewhere with that. In the world, 23 million. Wow. What? Natural gas power is more than. Well, no Well, clearly there's more than 1,750 in the world or in the U.S. Or is this in the world? No, this is just in the U.S. What are these numbers, dog? Like, how is worldwide? Your worldwide estimate is lower than the amount that we have in the U.S. Okay, buddy. This proves that quick Google searches are no longer reliable. It just proves even more how much we're in danger because people will use quick Google searches to back up their data, and it will end up being completely wrong. I'm sure somebody in that Willow project was like, if my calculations are correct, this should cause only 1/10 of the pollution you claimed it would. And I'm just not gonna mess with that. We're gonna look at this. I don't know what this number is. I wish I did. Oh, okay, there's calc. We can turn it into a number. We can turn it into a number. What was this? How many cars Tesla needs to sell? Okay. Million. Right. Billion. Trillion. Tesla's not selling that many cars. I don't care who says it. Tesla is not catching up. We're dead. We're all dead. Oh my god. There's not even a trillion niggas on the planet yet, bro. Who's buying that many Teslas? Who's making that many Teslas? Who's selling that many Teslas? Whatever. It's whatever. That's why I made this video. We're already dead. We have no chance. We have no shot. There's nothing we can do. Oh, it's still zoomed in. I didn't realize. I wish somebody would have told me. If only somebody was watching my stream. I wonder how much of that you actually saw because of my screen being zoomed in. I'm glad I caught on to it not being zoomed in. Let's read more about this. Actually, you know what? What is that website called? Change.org. Let's peep that real quick. Browse. Can I search for something specific? Willow. That's all I need to type. All of these. All of them. You see how many people see that this is clearly a problem? What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I could just saw it up here. 874 results for people wanting to stop the Willow Project. Let's look up Willow Project specifically to get rid of anything else that just happens to relate to the word Willow. Okay. We lost 800. Or 500. Which is, I guess? No, that's not good at all. We need more people. Let's sign this one right here, right now. On camera. Let's go. First name. Oh. I don't want to... Oh, shit. Oh, wait. I have a VPN on. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh my god, I actually got worried there. Okay, let's not do this on camera. As much as I want to, I don't want to like get rid of all or give out all of my information. This music kind of gives me a headache after. Oh, I've been streaming for 30 minutes. This music gives me a headache after a while. Okay, I'm gonna find something better because I'm gonna start streaming legitimately now. I love this song. Actually, I probably shouldn't play this because we'll probably get taken down for copyright, and I want my word to get out. You know, as poor of a job as I've been doing as getting my point across, I'm sure you can see that. Is my thing not updating? Hold on. Unless my game just broke. Unplug that. Plug it back in. Activate, deactivate. Okay, there we go. Replay. You know what? Forget it. You need to see what the real world is gonna be like if we don't end up being more strict on what we're doing with these guns. Long loading screen. Lost interest. Never mind. What did I just press? Oh my goodness. Okay. Whatever. How do I keep doing that by accident? Cool. No, because you want to keep passing these laws, right? You want to keep passing these laws, right? No, don't get scared now. You gotta desensitize yourself. Because this is gonna happen. You want to keep passing stupid laws. You have to see it firsthand. Don't care if it's digital or not. Man the fuck up. Sign a petition. Sign 2 petitions. Sign 3 petitions. Doesn't matter. Sign that shit. Get these stupid laws either turned back or I'm about to dip from the US. Because real shit, I'm not gonna be somewhere. I'd rather be shanked to death. I'd rather have a school shanking than a school shooting. Because what he's gonna do, his blade's gonna get dull eventually. You know, I can disarm a nigga with a gun. But I'm not John Wick. I'm not gonna pull a blade out of a school desk and somehow weave these bullets. You know, this is not the fucking Matrix. This is real shit. Real life. Don't know what the hell you expect from me. I'm going to school. I'm getting my grades up. And every day I go here, I get my grades, and I have to think, like, I have to, because of how everything is now, I have to think of an escape route from my school to my home or to a place of safety. Everywhere I go in my school, I'm constantly thinking, okay, if something happens here, where am I going? Something happens here, where am I going? What's my game plan if he comes up to me right now? What do I do? You know, can't do anything. He has a gun. Is that what you want me to do? You want me to sit still? Actually, I wanted to go to online there. I don't know why I went to offline. You know, it doesn't matter. I'll get those things later. But, yeah, if I'm being completely honest, my word, on recording, on stream, live in front of, you know, absolutely nobody, because nobody's watching my stream right now. But, you know, live to the people who will eventually watch this a day, a week, a year, a generation after me, posting this, whatever. I don't feel safe. I don't go to school and think oh yeah, I'm safe here. I'm more safe here than I am at home, than I am at home, which I understand. You know, like some people. Oh, I forgot I have nobody on here. That's a shame. Oh, I have everybody on my laptop though. Whatever. You know, I don't go to school and think, oh yeah, I feel safe here. I feel more safe here than I feel at home. You know, where I can lock doors. You know, I can be in my room, in my bed, safe. You know, windows locked, blinds closed. Nobody can just walk in because we need a key. I've seen niggas just walk into my school. I don't feel safe. I've seen adults walk into my school. I don't feel safe. Niggas I don't know. Teachers I don't know. I've heard stories. Like my school has a history of having shootings, or not shootings, but active weapons on campus from a student over foolish arguments. Because where I stay, it's not safe. It really isn't. As safe as people want to believe it is, it's not. You know, every place you go, you want to believe you're safe. Unless you're like Batman or something. You want to like, yeah, vengeance. I'm hunting for vengeance. Joker. I must find the Joker. I must be in my vengeance. I must find criminals to persecute. I must get revenge. Vengeance for my parents. I'm gonna stop with the impersonations for now, because this is serious. But real shit. Like, you don't go to school. Like, find me somebody right now who sit there and tell you, and swear on their life that they feel safe at school. I promise you, almost nobody will say that unless they're being hurt at home. Family abuse type stuff. I feel like this is a bad game to open. I cannot concentrate with this while I'm ranting. Yeah, let's play this. Okay. Find me somebody who will sit here and vouch I feel safe at school. Find somebody who is actively in the news, actively up to date on what's going on in our society, and seen the footage that I have seen and heard and watched the things that I've seen, and see if they'll tell you I feel safe at school. Because it's not just school anymore. The safest place you can be now is at home. You go to school, anybody could walk in, depending on what your school is, depending on what's going on in that area. But just like, especially with the what was it, the Food Lion shooting that happened. I'm sure you probably won't know by me saying Food Lion shooting because of how many shootings have happened just this year. 188. I'm sure there's been, tens of shootings in grocery stores and public areas, because they're not just shootings, they're not gun discharges or whatever. Mass shootings, mass people dying. You know, it's not light stuff. It's a real issue. It's a real problem. This game lags the crap out of my PlayStation, but it is what it is. Now look. I'm supposed to shoot water at them or something, right? Anyways, the Food Lion shooting, like I was getting to, it has to do with the most thing you're probably gonna recognize it by is the shooting where the white guy, or yeah, you heard the white guy plead for his life, and the guy let him go. And people will argue, because a footage was released, because the person who did commit the shooting was streaming live on Twitch at the time, and people will tell you, well, no, it wasn't white, it wasn't race targeting, because the first person he shot was white. And because of the quality of the stream, the recovery and all of that, it was on a cam on his chest. He's obviously on his like phone hotspot or something. Maybe he was using his phone for the stream, but you can tell that he was just, I don't know, no, my bad. Back that up a bit. I feel like this is not the game either. You can just tell by, or not, I'm gonna stop saying you can just tell. Let me put it on this, because it's gonna do it automatically for me. It's gonna play everything. Okay, I'll be good. Have to clear my mind for a second. I have to remember. At the same time, I want to forget what I saw, but you could tell. Stop saying you could tell. Jesus. Okay. You can't tell if the person he first shot was white. because of the camera quality. Now, their skin may have appeared to be pale, but in person, I've seen pale people. I've seen pale black people. I've seen pale European people. I've seen pale Hispanic people. I think emphasis on Hispanic. There's a possibility that the first person he shot was somebody who showed Hispanic features despite their skin being pale. And not Hispanic features by like the clothes and stuff they were wearing, but their facial features. Because despite your skin color, you'll still have like facial features of like I don't know how to put this. Like I'm sure you can understand what I'm trying to say. There's no way you can tell that that person was like confirmed to be Caucasian. Um, but in the video, which I now I don't wish, but it would be educational for me to show you. I can't show you, of course, because it's real people dying. Um, no matter where you are, no matter what you think is the right thing to do, there's nothing. There's nothing you can do. Like every second of our lives, we're at the mercy of somebody else. As much as we want to be in control, we're not. You can see in the video, he gets out of his car and a lady who's just minding her business walking. I don't know where she was walking to. I don't know which direction she was walking. I want to say she was walking back to her car, but it looked like she was coming out of somebody else's car moving towards the parking lot. Let me see something real quick. No, let me not open Google. Let me open this browser again. Is Oprah lagging my computer? What did I just do? Oh wait, no, that's Oprah. I thought I pressed the delete button on something. Okay. And parking lot images. Okay. Let me fade back. Let's do this. Okay. You can see my cursor, I believe. At least I hope you can. Okay, yeah. So he had parked about right here. A lady. Let's imagine this image was flipped, and this food line is standalone. Actually, you know what? Because I really need to get this point across as well as I can, because this is a real issue that I'm seeing. This is something that I really feel like needs to be talked about. Okay. Ignore the text being messed up, ignore all of that, ignore it being backwards. We're gonna see that this is what you see when he pulls up, and it's like this right here is like a bunch of trees because this is like the edge of the store. He pulls up, he parks like right here. Imagine the store keeps extending this way. And this lady, there's like a car right here, and the lady is walking from this direction out. And just right in then and there, and a quick moment of, once again, my thing isn't being fully extended, but in a quick moment, just like that, it's over. People hear the shots because first thing he does, he shoots again. And that was one thing, like, that whole play dead thing, not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You have to run. You really have to run. Because everybody that he shot again. He made sure everybody he shot was dead. He shot the lady, he shot the person in the car, and he shot through the windows right here. He was standing here, he was walking in. One, two, three. Three bullets through. He gets into the store. Everybody's ducking down. Instead of running, instead of leaving the area, this. Oh my god. Mm. And it's a tough thing to talk about. It's a tough thing to share. I really don't feel it's appropriate for me to say these things on a platform that I am doing this on, because I really feel like I'm gonna be silenced, I'm gonna be hated, or I'm just not gonna be seen at all. That he walks in, and all the people ducking, he just casually walks by them and shoots them dead each. And then he finally gets to where this is where the stream cut. He gets to a cashier who's ducking behind their cash register. The cashier screams for his life. Says, "No, please no." And it's a white guy. And he says, "Sorry." He yells, "Sorry." You can hear it through his mask. "Sorry." And everybody who had been in that store who was shot was a minority, a person of color. And it's just heart wrenching. Like, you can't go to the store. Like, some people were like, "I don't want to go to the store today. I'm feeling sick, but I gotta feed my kids." You know, and it's messed up. You can't even go to a place to purchase supplies for your family and be safe. You can't go out. You can't leave your home, go to a public place and be safe. You can't do these things that people say. If people say, duck down, you'll be safe. Duck down, it's your best chance. Don't run, you might run into them. From what I'm seeing, from what I saw, I know that if I'm ever in this situation, which I already have been planning. Whoa, 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 whoa! I don't want it to sound like I'm planning one. That's not at all what I'm saying. Like, don't take that me planning thing out of context. I know that I'm planning for if I need to get out. If I need to get out, I will. I know where the exits are. That's the first thing I do when I get into a store. Where are my exits? Besides the front door, besides the door I came in, besides the door that more than likely a shooter is going to walk in through. Because of how many shootings there have been, I'm expecting one every moment of my life. I'm walking through a store. Where are the exits? If I hear shots, if I don't hear two pairs of shots, one pair means you have to know. You have to know. Regardless of the situation, you need to get safe. You need to protect yourself. And if you're with your family, you need to protect your family. You need to know if you hear one shot, if you hear one gun being fired, mass shooting, or somebody's being attacked, regardless, get out. If you hear two shots, two pairs of shots, two like bah bah bah, like two people firing at each other, more than likely, not more than likely, but there's a higher chance of you getting out safe if two people are shooting at each other than if you're being shot at, or if you hear one pair of gunshots. Because one is somebody attacking somebody else, and two are two people targeting each other. Unless, of course, the situation calls for two people both deciding they want to shoot up a school or a store or a library or anything of the sort. Regardless of the situation, I would say personally, if if anything, if you ever feel like you want to duck, I would say it would be more effective when you're hearing two shots than if you're hearing one. If you're hearing one, if I'm hearing one, I don't want to get anybody hurt because of the chances of this happening actively increasing day by day. If I hear shots, I'm going out the back door. I'm going opposite of where I'm hearing the shots because every place that I've been to has had multiple exits, each probably in a corner of a store. Pretend it's a bird eye view of this corner. There's going to be like one right here, one right here. This is a terrible image. I'm just going to get rid of this. But if this is the layout, you know, you walk in, there's a front door, one right here. If it's like a long store, superstore, whatever, back door here, back door here. You always got the place they bring in shipments. there's like so many places you can hide. Yeah, but I don't want to hide. I want to get out because this is just too much, y'all. This is way too much, way too much, way too much. And I don't want to deal with it. I really don't. This is not something I wake up and say, yeah, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for me to go to the store today and experience my life ending. You know, that's not something people should do. You know, I'm sure there's some psychopath out there who wants that to happen to him. And to that I say, fuck you. You know, this is some fucked up shit we have going on in our world. And you're making jokes, you're popping jokes, even if you're serious, it's fucked up. Suicidal, get help. But for you to wish an event to occur that can have an effect on other people's lives too is fucked up. And for the people who are doing the actions, to let it out, their anger, their whatever. And this is the thing. I know, or I feel like for the most part, we know that the attacks that have been on people of color and such, those have been fear tactics to remind us that we are not safe. I'm aware of that much. And instead of me, as much as I want to fight back, the age I am, I don't think I can do more than just talk, rant, keep talking my head off as the spit builds up in my mouth until I end up dying eventually. There's not much more I can do than just talk about how my safety had been stolen from me, how my skin is a threat not only to myself but to others. There's so many things that I can't even begin to explain to you. Explain to myself. Like, okay, I need to bring myself back into the moment because I feel like I'm just running my mouth and not thinking about what I'm saying beforehand, and I think it's just not gonna make sense. What I'm trying to say is, we're not safe, of course. We know that. We know that much. We're not safe. We know why we're not safe. Guns is the primary reason. We have our economy. I forgot I was gonna get to that point. Okay, to rewind back to the Willow Project. Our economy, I'm sure it would have a bad effect on it. And the reason I said I would have to take some time to think about it is because I don't like. There's more of a product, right? When there's a high amount of something, the value of something drops. If there's a low amount of something, the value of something increases, right? You know, we have a gas shortage, right? So the cost of gas is more expensive. It's fluctuating by the day. It went up. I think it's going back down now, but I'm not too sure because I don't have a car. I don't pay for gas, so I don't really pay attention to that too much. But if we are bringing 600 million barrels of oil out of the ground, pretty much pulling it out of nowhere, which I know all oil comes from that, but if we're taking something, we're taking, imagine like you had one of the rarest, or not rarest, you had an old console, right? Or an old car. You know, they only had a few of these cars, right? You know, that it gets valuable at the same time. It's not too valuable. Like it's normal for the amount they have. And then all of a sudden they pull what? They randomly out of nowhere, a million of these cars are just immediately produced. The value of your car drops because more of these cars have been made. And we take the same logic Which I mean, it makes no sense at the same time because of course, we're not pulling the oil out of nowhere, but at the same time, this is just for the example. We're adding more oil to what oil we're going to be selling, which means the value of oil is going to drop. So not only are we screwing the world over, but they're not going to make that much money because they have so much oil, it's not going to be valuable. Another reason I was saying I needed to take a moment to think about this is because this project is being ran by one company. So nothing is stopping them from keeping the price of this oil as high as they want and just having it. Nothing is stopping them. They don't. I mean, clearly they've revealed how much oil is going to be, but to be fair, they didn't have to do that. They only did that so the project would be, approved, which in the end is just proving it to be less valuable. You know, it's like, it's like saying, you see how many, I need to find a good way to put this. Okay. That's like saying, hey, it's like if I give you a McDonald's, let me put up I want a visual representation of what I'm trying to say because I really, really want you to get this. I'm talking to myself at this point because I know nobody's watching this entire video this far. But, let me start streaming my screen again. Let's go back here. Cool. So we go to Pixlr, of course. Alright, so we're gonna have this is gonna represent me. Cool. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be you. Let's get, yeah, let's make the tiny person our customers. So this is what I'm going to do. I have decided that, I have the time and I have the money to give you some McDonald's. Or not some McDonald's. I'm giving you your own McDonald's franchise. You see, you now own a McDonald's restaurant. You're like, oh, cool. That means I'm gonna have money coming in. You know, this McDonald's has value. Now you take this customer. Driving down the road. I'm hungry. Oh, there's a McDonald's. Let me pull up. Your McDonald's earns money, right? Now, I'm trying to remember what I was trying to do with this example. Like I know what I'm going for, but I'm trying to remember what this means and what I was talking about. Um, let's rewind it a bit. Okay. I'm talking about how the more value or the more a project has, the less value it has in reality. Okay, look. So now I decided, okay, you know what? I have more money. I'm gonna give somebody over here McDonald's too. So now we have our customer. He's driving by. I'm hungry. Pulls up to McDonald's, right? Hour later, I'm good. I just had McDonald's. And let's say he comes back another round. He's like, I just had McDonald's. I'm good. And this is like a day later. He's like, yeah, I'm not hungry. I just had breakfast. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get McDonald's. You're losing out on money because he bought money from this McDonald's, right? And if we keep multiplying and multiplying how many McDonald's is. I'm sure that's not a word. If we keep multiplying this number over and over again, this project loses value because the chances of you getting money, the value of your McDonald's is dropped significantly if I decide I want to open a crap ton of McDonald's. This is what I'm saying. Replace McDonald's with barrels of oil. I give you oil. My oil has value. I'm bringing 600 million barrels of oil. And that just it decreases the value of the oil because I have so much, there's so much in, like I'm giving so much to the amount we already have. Oil values are going to drop because there's going to be such a high stock of them that it's not going to be hard to find one if you get what I mean. You're going to want to drop your prices so that more people come for it. You see, with all these McDonald's, you're going to start to see, oh, this one's getting more business traffic than me. Maybe if I make my prices, lower than theirs. Like, there's a McDonald's that sells their Big Macs for $12. It's just like a luxury McDonald's, whatever. No, of course they're not gonna be able to change these prices as much, like it's that much, but like you know what I mean. Oh, this McDonald's has Big Macs that are $6 and it's the same thing. Why wouldn't I shop here? You see that? He gets the McDonald's and he goes off and he goes on his trip, his little McDonald's trip. Blah 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 blah. He has McDonald's. It's cheap. These McDonald's are gonna see the same thing. Like, hey, he got business because he got smaller. Let's go smaller too, because there's so many McDonald's. I want you to choose me. There's so much that I have to spare that I'm going to decrease my the amount of the amounts that it costs, so that there's gonna be more McDonald's for everybody, or not more McDonald's, but so I can have more money coming in by the day. Because if I'm selling these Big Macs for about what, $10, $15, only sell two Big Macs a day, that's $25, right? This guy's selling them for cheaper. He's like, okay, I can get more Big Macs, and he sells them for like $10 or $5. He's like, I'm gonna buy five Big Macs. He has Big Macs to spare. Like he's still making profit. It may not bid as much, but at least he's attracting attention because he has more. Because there's so many Big Macs in the industry, he wants to sell them for the cheapest and get the most money out of his or his most daily profit, yearly profit, whatever he's going for. He wants to get more of that, so he's gonna sell it for less, and have competition with the people who are selling it for more. This is why I think this is gonna damage the economy along with our environment. It just doesn't make sense for a project this big. I mean, I know eventually it was gonna happen eventually. It's a whole lot of money. It's a whole lot of barrels, of course. Oil is a resource that we do need, but it's not like we were lacking oil. We were fine on oil. We haven't gotten rid of the car emissions yet. It's just gonna get, if you go outside, you're gonna start seeing a lack of clouds. It's gonna be harder for you to breathe by the day. It's gonna be too much. So I stress you. I stress anybody who sees this, whatever year it is, because I know that YouTube has a trend of videos like these not blowing up until like 10 years after it's posted. But I stress you to try and make change. I stress you to stay safe of all things. I stress you to be safe. I stress you to take care of yourself and take care of our environment as well. My goodness, take care of our environment as well, because we only get this chance, our shot at living once, and afterlife or not, we don't have another chance after this. You know, it's we don't want to ruin it for our next peoples. Like, I say next peoples like that, and I don't mean it. It's not poor grammar. I'm using the word peoples in a different definition or in a different grammatically correct way than it is usually used. But I stress you to keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe. Keep the world safe. Do as much as you can to help change, because the way it's going, everything is going to shit. That's like as real as I can keep it. As real as I can keep it. Like everything. Okay, sorry. Everything is going to shit. That's my point. That's the main point I'm making. That's the point I've been making this entire video. There's a reason I already made it. That's the reason I made the title. Whatever I made the title, I don't really remember. We're already dead. Yep, we are. Um, there's not really anything we can change about that. We're gonna die eventually, and we don't want to ruin it for the next generation. That's what I'm trying to say. These people taking other people's lives, you know, if you've been on social media at all, if you've been on TikTok, if you've been on the right side of TikTok, right, wrong, whatever, I'm talking about subjective, not like your opinion on if it's right or wrong. I'm saying right as in if you've been in this specific part of TikTok, I know you've seen the memes of the school shooter, whatever, them being dead and it being like, oh yeah, smoking their pack. Yeah, smoking that school shooter pack. Yeah, oh yeah, and then misgendering all of that, you know. And that's another thing we need to talk. Oh, I'm gonna get to that in another video. Honestly, you can see with how much I've already talked now that this is something I can do, and this is something that I'm going to. I think I'm gonna try to pursue this in some way, shape, or form. I feel like if I reach the right audience, I'll be able to use this in a good way. And I really feel like I should have summarized this for my teacher because I was doing this originally for a project for my teacher. Um, okay, okay. I don't know how long I've been streaming for. I'm gonna check it, and I'm going to tell her that that's the timestamp. Okay, 1 minute. I'm gonna do 1 hour, 3 minutes. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna give me my 20 seconds to summarize everything. Okay. So this right here is my summary on the 1 hour, 3 minute stream I just did explaining how effed up our world has been. I feel like I've talked so much already. Okay. To summarize everything that I did, I started off talking about um, being able to purchase a weapon without a permit now, and in some cases, being able to purchase a weapon without a permit or background check. And to do that, I've shown on my PlayStation here. Um, as you can see, I showed a clip of Hitman 2, and I gave an example. I used a bit of sarcasm. I used a bit of everything. I showed him pulling out a weapon. Of course, people being frightened because it's common sense. You pull out a weapon, people are scared. You carry a weapon, people are scared. You don't have to use it for people to be afraid. And that's what our society is right now. Everybody is afraid. Okay, then after that, I don't feel like I don't have time. I'm trying to summarize it as much as I can because I feel like she's not going to watch this much. But I talked about the Willow Project, and I talked about how much metric tons would be released into the world. I talked about that. I talked about the school shooting. I talked about the food line shooting. I talked about all of those things in the past hour, and I ended it off with this visualization of what's gonna happen if you have so many barrels of oil and how much the price is gonna drop. And I use this as an example, saying, the more you have of something, the less valuable it is. To summarize, I let's say this is the Willow project. I'm gonna drill some oil. Blow. Actually, I'm gonna reverse it because I didn't do it in that way, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it in that way and freestyle it quick enough. So I gave him McDonald's. Ignore these McDonald's. He comes through. He's like, "Oh, McDonald's. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna get a bite." He has money. He gets money from this interaction. I put another McDonald's into this system. He's like, I'm hungry. Let me get some McDonald's. Gets down to this one. I just ate McDonald's. I'm good. He loses money. There's no money here. X marks the spot. No money. Um, X marks the spot that's actually being ignored in this situation. No money coming into this McDonald's. Get this one. Okay, you starting to see a pattern. Okay, I just got McDonald's. I don't need this McDonald's. This went so much earlier in my journey. Okay, and in order to get his business, he has to decrease the price of what he's selling his McDonald's as to get more and more McDonald's. And, this price is down, but he's getting the same amount that he'd be getting at all these other places. So, drilling 600 million barrels of oil is going to drastically decrease the value of how much oil goes for. So not only are we ruining the environment by what trillions, putting us trillions of cars behind, yeah, trillions of cars behind, because I also did the math that it would take Elon Musk um lots, lots and lots and lots. It would take him. I forgot how much it was. Mm, I forgot. I remember it was 1 trillion something, but I'm trying to remember what that number represented. I think that's how. No. Oh, I might have ruined my. If I'm looking back on it, I might have ruined what I was talking about. But he set back 2 million cars. Okay, and it's gonna cost him a lot to catch up. He's have to make what 120 billion dollars in value from his cars to catch up to how much pollution they're putting in to this project. And this project is going to not only it's going to decrease the value of oil. I feel like I've talked for too long. Oh my god. I might have to start over. I'm gonna keep rolling. We keep rolling. I'm gonna roll. He has the value of the oil is gonna drop and it's gonna ruin our economy. This project is stupid. The permits are also a stupid idea. All this are stupid ideas. And I think this is where I'm gonna end the stream because I've been talking for an hour and five straight. An hour and seven, actually an hour and eight now straight. Alright.